Up next on UBC, brought to you by...
Keep the lights on. Use Airtel Money to pay for all your Yaka bills conveniently. Open the My Airtel app to buy Yaka units. Airtel Money. Simple, secure, borderless.
Hello and a very warm welcome to Chilling. My name is Drago. Now we bring you the show straight from the incredible Hammam Spa and Saloon. And they say to contact them, you have to call on this number if you need to enjoy one of their services. 0701 323 212. And also call them on this other number 0762 646 244. Now we shall be placing these numbers at the bottom of the screen so that if you're just watching this show, either take a screenshot or call them and come and see what I'm talking about every time that I'm here. They have the best service in town. I call Hammam Spa and Saloon the best kept secret in Kampala. Now you can as well go on their website. That is www.hammamwellnessspa.com. Or better yet, go on their socials. Go on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. They go by Hammam Spa and Saloon. Now, with that said, my God, what an incredible guest I have prepared for you on the show. Uganda's comedy scene is steadily gaining popularity and strength, you know, and it's becoming a more lucrative and viable career path for every brother, you know, on a heap of traditional mainstream art. Now, the brother I'm having is one of the people that has been entertaining guys during this isolation time and the COVID time, because we needed a bit of smiling and we needed a bit of some happy moments. This brother, his name has been used in the same statement as Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah is actually the most successful African comedian. You can't imagine this. Now, with no further ado, allow me to give you this incredible comedian friend of mine, the mechanic from KIREKA himself.
If we are to be honest with ourselves, to Uganda, calling off the MTV Africa Music Awards is like telling a student who hasn't read that there's no test.
We are using just one stone actually to save two birds.
That's the moment I knew we were not ready. Anyway, MTV Best made it easier and they sent out a tweet that they had postponed the Mamas 2021 till further notice. Further notice. That's like an equivalent of your small boyfriend saying, I'll see what to do. Huh? Same.
This is Uncle Mo.
Okay, for a moment there I was like, is the guy still talking about me?
That is you, brother.
Thanks, man.
You've accomplished all this.
I hope to. I hope to do much better. I'm very happy to be. First of all, I am enjoying the spa treatment.
Oh,
what do I have to do for you guys to host me like at least twice a month? Just keep coming back, enjoying this stuff.
You just keep on calling me. Just buzz my phone and we'll call you.
I'll make sure of that, but I'm very happy to be here, man.
Man, tell me about this. How does it, first of all, make you feel to have your name used in the same statement as the former Grammy host, Trevor Noah himself?
First of all, like I'm sounding now, it makes me not find the right words to say, because man, he's Trevor Noah. Okay. He's someone I've idolized for doing stand-up comedy without having to swear.
Yeah.
You know, and most people doing stand-up comedy, man, it's kind of like a brand about it. People are mad, people are pissed. So there's too much profanity, there's too much swearing. But this guy does clean comedy. He comes from here, Africa, and man, it's amazing. And if someone tells you things like, man, the Trevor Noah of our country, man, that stuff is very uplifting.
He works with CBS, and recently he just hosted the Grammys. And that's huge.
And he replaced the guy that I actually idolized. Okay, no disrespect, but a little more than him, because I knew the other guy before I knew Trevor Noah. I loved Jon Stewart when he was doing the Daily Show. And when Jon Stewart left the Daily Show, that is about what, 6 years?
Did he replace him?
Yeah. About 6 years ago, he was retiring. I was like, if this guy goes, who will ever do this show like him?
Yeah.
And around the same time, I was discovering Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
Then they said Trevor Noah was going to the show. I was like, an African is going to be on an American show? Yeah. Man, that guy is goals, proper goals.
I like seeing Africans thriving and doing great things.
Yeah.
I mean, the skits that you do, the kind of comedy that you do, sort of emulates what he does. I'm seeing a bit of similar element in whatever he does. Do you follow him so much?
And the truth is, I don't even follow him so much. I think it is the kind of comedy that speaks to me as a person. The comedians whose work I really enjoy are people who enjoy to tell stories, not just short comedy statements, comic statements. So he's someone that starts to speak and there's a flow to his delivery. Man, he speaks to the kind of craft I want to do. Please
tell me it's not just a persona that you created, the mechanic from KIREKA. Are you truly a mechanic? Tell me this.
Man, I've been repairing cars for slightly over 10 years.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, I'm a mechanic. My first bias was actually in electronics. I have a degree from Kyambogo University. So, but now, over time, I've practiced power and automotive engineering for I think 11 years now. Yeah. So, doing my skits at my workplace is the biggest blessing I've ever gotten. It is rare that you're going to do all the things you want to do in one place.
I thought it's just an act.
No.
It's just a persona that you came up with, and I thought these are just props. You didn't know.
And I thought I would do like something similar to the Daily Show one day.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, I've pitched this idea to a TV station about 8 years ago, about 9 years ago. And only one person thought it's something that can work. Everyone else was thinking, So I threw it away.
What happened? Were they believing in you as a person?
They did see it as something that works in this country, I think.
But have you sort of seen it on other TVs around here?
Someone is now doing it somewhere.
Yeah? But hey, listen, brother, I respect you and I appreciate what you do, but they don't even come closer to what you're doing. Man, hey, the people who don't know Uncle Mo, man, Google him.
Because for real, I really wanted to do this. I wanted to do it so bad. I wrote a script. I went to that TV place. The one guy that believed in it, too bad it doesn't work with that station anymore. When Jon Stewart left the Daily Show, then announced that he was leaving, he sent me a Facebook. He did a Facebook post and tagged me 6 years ago.
Wow.
And he said, hey, Jon Stewart is retiring. You have a place to be. It was the biggest joke ever. But I also responded telling him, clearly there's now space at the top. Time for me to take my place. That was 6 years ago. But I didn't still take it up. Because I was looking for a perfect place, perfect situation, for perfect start of the Daily Show kind of feeling. Then a certain friend of mine, guy is called Joz, very silly man. Joz tells me, why are you struggling to start that thing? Go and do it at your garage.
Yeah.
It was never my idea. The guy says that, and I'm like, wait. We are the country with the highest number of Arsenal fans. Do they die? Hey, we are trained for disappointment. There's nothing you can do. You can't disappoint us. You see this show you're doing, you have to think about your costume. You have to think about your makeup. You have to think about what you plan. It's the set. Shooting at the garage, it's just my normal day.
It even, I think it brought something more unique. It brought in something more extra because now you're not more into this generic kind of setting where somebody gets a backdrop.
That guy saved my life, yes.
Yeah.
And like that, I started to like my own show. That even when I had mishaps or things that in my head were not going well, it was easy for me to believe to keep writing and keep doing it.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I should have introduced him as the coolest mechanic we have in Uganda. Mr. Ankomo, I've followed your work very vividly. When I watched one of your episodes, I kept on watching the entire night. I was like, you're kidding me. We have this much talent.
But first, I've never had a chance to ask someone this.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite video by me?
Yes, I do. I'm a customer
Okay.
of DSTV, but so much less. Dude, the angle was perfect. Everything that you pitched in was very okay. I mean, why do you have to use GoTV? Why can't GoTV be a package on DSTV?
I wish they were listening.
As men, because he's a Chelsea fan, he's an Arsenal fan, but he has to admit in public.
Yeah.
Me, I'm a United fan.
He's lucky he's standing behind the camera. People won't know about his big secret.
But I'll mention his name, Lawrence, ladies and gentlemen. He's such a loser. No, but this is what happened. So you were suggesting, people were suggesting, why can't we have a package of just sports?
Yes.
And then you are like, man, you guy, you're sick. I mean, before we go much into all this, because somebody would want to know, as a kid, tell me about your childhood. Were you this hilarious?
I don't remember myself being hilarious. I don't actually see myself like that. I don't know. I'm such a huge self-critic. I just keep trying until one day, maybe when I can say, I think now I'm undisputedly funny. You know, the levels of the Trevor Noahs and so forth. Chris Rock. I love Trevor Noah and Chris Rock.
I love that you're admitting it now. It's starting to sink in, yeah?
That's
what I want to see, brother.
Because right now they are hits. They are hit comedians. I want to, but when I was growing up, I knew that I wanted to be in art. My mom was reminding me sometime that she was like, do you remember that when you were, I swear this sounds so like unbelievable.
Because you'll be watching.
Yes, and I mean my family, my whole family knows. When I was in nursery school.
Yeah. You wanted to perform arts?
No, we had a play from our top class and and I advised our teacher to change a certain part of our skit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it worked, and the parents liked it. But when my parents came to school to pick me up after the end of school, what we call here in Uganda speech day, the teacher actually gave me all the credit. The teacher came and told my mom, do you see the play they did? That guy did it.
You transformed it all.
So I just changed a few parts, but man, the teacher gave me credit. But from that day, my mom told me, to her, she was like, you can actually write plays. So for her, for a very long time, she knew that I am a writer. And I didn't even believe I was.
So which amazing schools did you go to, these people that got a chance to experience your humor? Which amazing schools did you go to?
I went to, funny, my nursery school doesn't exist anymore. Wakatiwalo petrol station. And, but it's
But you know, he's always like this. I don't know you guys if you have watched him before. Brian, go on YouTube. You don't put on an act. You're naturally like this.
Okay, but for real, it's not there. But it was called Fredrin.
Yeah.
But it's no longer there. Then I went
Where was that? P.O. Box.
I don't know why you guys keep asking things that are very hard for me to answer. It was in Nansana. I don't know why I'm talking about Nansana right now.
Nansana is a good place. A lot of news comes from Nansana.
But actually, Nansana is also my village.
Yeah.
Okay, it's where my father grew up. So he had a few interests there, so it was easier for me to study next to where he was doing a few things. So from there I joined Budo Junior School. From Budo Junior I went to King's College.
Ooh.
I went to Makerere.
Those are top notch.
I did Makerere and Kyambogo at the same time. When I left S6, I wanted to study on government sponsorship so bad. Then I missed the course I wanted. But they gave me a course. You know how we make 6 choices? Yeah. They gave me the 6th choice. The one which you put just to fill the list. It's the one they gave me in Makerere. But now, being the hustler I wanted to get that money, the living out allowance and stuff. So I go tell my father I didn't get the course I wanted. So he pays for engineering in Kyambogo. I go and enroll. I also enrolled at Makerere. Makere was given BS Economics Math Start. Being it was on government, I wanted to get that money. Living out then was about 480, 500,000. The meals were about 72,000. Remember, those monies were important. Ogulako sabufa, ogulako kapeti, negative ka 14 inch. That money was good money.
Neka had this.
So, man, I enrolled at Makere. I started the course.
Yeah.
And I ended up studying there at Makere day, and I would go to Kyambogo study in the evening. I did 2 courses. Yeah. And because of the money, somehow I finished the course. It was Kaiza is a gentleman degree, but yeah, I finished it. At the same time, I finished in Kyambogo.
So all that time, you hadn't yet discovered that
I never thought I would ever be in front of the camera.
10 years down the road, you're in the whole shebang, mechanic, and repairing people's cars and doing this, and never had you gotten an idea.
The only idea I ever had was to keep writing. I used to do a catch-up on events that have happened around Kampala. Popular shows. I would go to the popular shows. Then I make a recap. I would call it on my Facebook page.
Yes.
Uncle Mo's observations at da-da-da. So I kept writing those things. Now, one time, I'm talking to a friend. She's called Ringthor Diana. We go to church together. I'm watching videos during church, and there's a moment they just give a recap, and there's a way they were edited. And in my head, that's how I wish editors edited film.
Yeah.
So I go to the producer of the service. I'm like, who edited the video? And she said, me. I was like, first of all, I didn't expect that you're the producer of this, you're the person who puts together this service. But again, you're hands-on. And it's very rare. It's not a thing of being sexist, but it's rare that girls are in these positions, and it blows me away when girls take up these positions. It is awesome. It's just very amazing. So I'm like, oh, man, I enjoy your work. So one day she was like, I also enjoy your write-ups on Facebook. Keep writing. They're funny. I wish more people read them. I'm like, hey, cool.
We are going to take a little break. When we return, Uncle Mo will be telling us more about his comedy journey. Thank you very much for sticking with the Best of the Good Life, one of the most interesting shows on this ground, yeah? Sikarango, that's the fact. Now, there's something that I need to emphasize, you guys, yeah? You have to come at Hammam Spa and Salon. They pay me for this, so I have to do this. I have to read out their numbers so that you can come here and do a booking and get a nice foot scrub and a pedicure like how our guest tonight did. So you can call on this number, 0701 323 212. I repeat that again, 0701 323 212, and also call on the other number, 076 264 6244. I repeat that one more time, 076 264 244. Now, in case you're just joining us tonight, I decided to sit with one of the coolest, a new kid on block. If you are an avid social media user, I'm so much sure that you are familiar with his work. This gentleman goes by the names of Uncle Mo. I don't think, do you ever get credit by these people that comment on your videos below? Do you ever get credit for the writing of the skit? Because people don't understand that you put in so much.
I swear to you, because the biggest art in what I do, according to me, is the writing, because the writing comes from nowhere.
Yeah.
It's the creation. So every time someone asks me, but who writes these things? I'm like, okay, someone at least remembers that after all the acting, actually the real art is that every single line that I've just said, I wrote it down first. I thought through the flow and what. So yeah, if some people are like, man, good writing. And it's very, the things that people, like how ladies say, you didn't see my hair, but you saw her. She also, let me
tell you something very funny, Uncle Mo. Some people that watch, most of the people that watch your comedy are not familiar with production, so don't blame them.
Yeah, exactly. It's where I was going with what I was telling you. That when ladies fault us for not noticing the nails or the hair, they forget that we're not familiar with the whole way they put their things together. For us, we have seen you come through the room. You're very beautiful. What else was I supposed to see? Like, but my shoes, you know? So, yeah, I understand
take
that.
Them as a cliche. You know,
some compliments are.
But me, I know the knowledge, the work, the time, the effort. So, you told me about the 10 years you were working as a mechanic. But at what point in your life did everything turn around?
Like I was telling you earlier, that the lady this lady, a friend from church, she was like, I like the things you write, make them video. That was during lockdown. She was like, make them video. I was like, yeah, I wanted to do that, but that was a long time ago. I threw it out because I had nowhere to put it. The truth of the matter is, I never thought I would ever be on YouTube. I never looked at myself like that. She was like, no, if you can write me something, because you used to write about concerts and shows, now they are not there anymore. Write about current affairs. If you can write about something and I like it, I'll come and shoot it.
So do you constantly feed on current affair? Should I say that, did you have that Jessica in you of wanting to know what is happening now, even as a child?
You see, I'm only writing on current affairs because current affairs is easy to sell.
Yeah.
It has happened to everyone now. So many people are doing skits, and they're funny, very funny skits. But if you're talking about a skit of, the day I went to a restaurant, then the waiter, you know, it's funny if someone finds it. But there's a way current affairs is already pushed by media.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ride on that. I think my real art, the thing that God should have, I think, placed in my hands is to find creative ways to report about something. Yeah. So if something has already been driven by media, and I can find an angle you guys have not yet milked yet, then I am lucky to be doing current affairs.
That one about COVIDiot, is it COVID?
COVIDiot,
yeah. That one about COVID was a hit. Everybody loved it. I know of some, I've actually hosted Lucky before. Yes. I know Lucky is one of your phone fans of whatever you push out.
Shout out to Lucky.
Yeah.
She phoned my work, and I enjoy, you see, I think that's what they call organic growth, that someone likes you. When I was starting this, and everyone there who has a startup, man, startups are, I was even about to swear, but they're hard.
Tough, yeah.
They're tough, man.
Yeah. You constantly have people that are telling you, you cannot do this.
So many people have watched my first video probably this year.
Yeah.
I started in July last year.
Yeah.
So during that whole time, the video you're talking about COVIDiots, I had like what, 400 or 500 subscribers. So the numbers were slow, and I had thrown my heart into writing that script. It was something talking about what we are going through right now. But you know, you write all of that stuff, and just a few of you guys, okay, I don't know if you've even started watching then, because some people are watching all the videos now.
Do you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
I discovered you. It's funny. I'm like John Speak. I discovered you. I discovered everything about your work, I think about 2 months ago. How did I do that? Somehow you ended up on my timeline on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then the show, this chilling show,
yes,
retweeted. And then I was like, wait a minute. How true is this? So I tapped the link. Yeah. Now diving into the link, the whole shebang was there. It's like a full catalog. I was like, okay, video 1, funny. Video 2, funniest. Video 3, get out of here. This guy can't be real. And I mean, a person of your niche, wouldn't you want to dive into stand-up comedy? Is it one of your future plans? Because you also talk about current affairs, and I feel like current affairs is more appealing with stand-up comedy.
The truth is, as this thing grows, where I see myself, for example, I see myself doing a live show. But on top of, live show, I know it will come from, right now I've started seeing that I want to get up on stage and do stand-up so bad. Yeah. The difference is there's a slight gradient. What has been normal in our comedy circuit and what I'm trying to do. And it's a reason why a number of people were telling me, man, it won't work. It won't work. Comedy in English, it won't work. So I want to build a base So that one day, when I finally say I'm ready for stage, because I've had invitations to actually go and join any of these comedy circuits, yeah? And in the moment, I'm like, let me come and do it. Then after getting off the phone, I'm like, no, not yet. So one day, when I have finally known that people have started appreciating this kind of comedy that I do, I'll be glad to finally make my entrance into stand-up comedy.
I feel like you've earned it, and you're being so modest on yourself, because I think it has been years in the making. This what we are seeing now. It's only people like us who are discovering that you are, even some other people that are even going to watch you more when they see this interview. And you're not also a person who's so popular with interviews.
But you see, let me tell you this. When I have friends that are very, very smart people, but they tell me, I watch your video thrice. But each time, the first time, there's funny stuff I find. On the second, there's a joke I missed when I watched the first time. When I watched the third time, I didn't realize that's how you ended the video.
Yeah.
Are you seeing? So I want to be on a certain journey with the people that enjoy my work.
Yeah.
That because when I know I want to write funny things, but I want to be doing jokes that, man, house will be with me. So when people know I'm coming up on stage, they're like,
you
this guy
build a fan base.
Yeah, this guy of a certain delivery. That all comedians have to have smart jokes, and I didn't even know that mine were in that caliber until people start commenting like, this guy can abuse you, and you know after 2 days. So that's when you're like, okay. Yeah, I really want to go on stage, but I want my comedy to not be too complicated. Yeah.
Have you, within the process, have you gotten any critics? Let's start with people that have criticized you, maybe in not a very much positive way. Are there some?
The biggest mistake anyone will ever do in their lives is to try to be comedians. That is yourself. That is putting a responsibility on yourself to make people laugh.
Yeah.
Who sent you? Yeah. So of course you're going to hit blanks. It is normal that you're going to hit gray. You don't even lie to yourself. The truth is, yes.
I know how hard it is.
There's a good friend of mine, even the biggest comedians of all time, they've told you they have died on that stage. I have a good friend of mine. she's a good lawyer friend. She told me when I just done my first video, she was like, it's well written, but I think you're funnier in person. I was like, I swear, I'm going to make this English thing work. It has to work so bad. I was like, I want to do it until, she's called Samantha, until she shares my video herself. Like, you know what? This is my guy. If I see what he's doing.
Yeah.
As in,
did she do that?
Yeah. I have been working to just, man, I work from the end of impressing the people who say something is not right or something is not working. For me, that's the end I work from the most. Because I don't enjoy failure. Yeah. Okay, no one does, but me, it's on a certain level, it stresses me. So,
Uncle Mo, I wish we had more time, but hey, listen, this platform is always open for you.
I'm happy, man.
I want to see you thrive and become more successful, and I want us to be part of your success. I'm happy that I've got to learn your story, and I've learned a thing or two about yourself. Is there any last message that you want to pass out?
Guys, go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. I have bills to pay, guys. Yeah. Go watch a video. You go to YouTube. I am Uncle Mo. Just watch a video. You like, subscribe.
Very funny, brother. You also have Facebook, Twitter.
Yeah. Facebook, account. Twitter, Instagram. It's all Uncle Mo. Yeah, you'll see my photo there.
Thank you very much for being forthcoming and for replying my messages.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Please keep on pushing the work. I'm looking forward to seeing each and every new episode that comes out. I'll be one of the people. I believe I subscribed, and I'm going to subscribe as a person and also encourage my show to subscribe because we want to see the numbers coming in. Yeah. And have a good evening. Until next time.
Right.
Bye and take care.